Okay, in this lesson we are going to be looking at a Photoshop selection tool called the Magic Wand. Now if you are doing a current Photoshop assignment, you should be able to find somewhere, it might look different than this, but you should be able to find somewhere a link that says for Photoshop shortcuts and selection tool, click here. If you do, it's just a document that has some keyboard shortcuts that you can open that can help you out a little bit along the way, as well as it talks about the selection tools and what they are best for. So what you need to know about the Magic Wand, just before we get into the Magic Wand, is that the Magic Wand is programmed to select pixels of the identical color, the same color, okay? And what it's best for is deleting backgrounds when they are a single color. I'm going to show you how to do it properly and then show you a couple things, because students tend to really like Magic Wand, a couple ways that it does not work very well, okay? So what you'll notice is that I've got tabs for all the different images that I want to work with as far as my selections go. So if you want to have those tabs, what you need to do is open up your images by going to File, Open, and then you can open them up from your File Explorer, okay? So when we look at these variety of images, one thing that you'll notice is if I want to get rid of a background, let's say this blueberry background here, you'll be like, oh, I want to get rid of this white. But what you'll notice is that the colors down here underneath are actually a shadow, and those aren't the identical color to the white. So what you need to ensure is that when you want to get rid of a background, the background has to be the identical color. So if you look at this Cheshire Cat, because the background green color is all exactly the same, the Magic Wand will have a really good time identifying that. Another instance is perhaps with this strawberry right here, the background's completely white. That allows me to select that color. So again, the Magic Wand is used when you want to select a color that is an identical color. Okay, it selects a single color. So let's look at the strawberry, for example. So the first thing, I want to get rid of the white in the background. So the first thing I need to do is to unlock the layer. You'll find that if you don't unlock the layer right here, that when you go to delete it, it'll come up with some sort of content aware fill and it'll go totally sideways and not do what you expect. So unlocking the layer allows you to edit the pixels in that layer. So I'm going to unlock the layer, just click on the lock, and now the lock's gone. And now I'm going to pull out my Magic Wand tool. So the Magic Wand tool is bundled with the Object Selection tool and the Quick Select tool. So here's Magic Wand. So it's this easy. I'm just going to click on the white, and you'll notice that it selects all the white. And if I click delete on my keyboard, so delete on my keyboard, that gray and white checker is transparent pixels. And I can even zoom in. And a couple of keyboard shortcuts you might want to be aware of are Alt and scrolling your middle mouse is zoom, and holding down the space bar allows you to actually grab your screen. So I can go into a small area like this here. Since it's all white, I could go in here as well. I could move over to this area and get rid of that white as well. So you can see that I've got my strawberry. So a couple things before we copy and paste this into some other document, let's say you're doing a selection assignment, is we want to deselect the current selection because I've got this little area inside here selected, which is not what I want. So I'm going to press Control D. So when you've got the image you want, just press Control D to deselect your selection. Secondly, pull out the tool here called the Rectangular Marquee tool. Okay, and all you need to do is drag a box over your entire object. Okay, if I miss one part of it, like the bottom tip of this strawberry, what you'll see is it's only going to select up to that line. So if I press Control C right now, so Control C is copy, and I go to my plate and press Control V, you'll notice the bottom part of the strawberry is missing because my marquee tool hadn't selected it. So what you want to do in that case is go back and ensure that you, with your rectangular marquee tool, select the entire strawberry, press Control C, go back to your plate, and Control V, paste it in. Okay, another one that this is really easy with, and then I'll show you what not to do. The Cheshire Cat, I can unlock his layer. I want to get rid of the background green, so I can select all those background green areas. I can delete them. I can press Control D. I can use my rectangular marquee tool to select the entire Cheshire Cat, and I can copy and I can paste him into the background. Okay, now here's what not to do. I have some students who think that, well, if it's sort of the same color, it might work. So let's look at Frodo here, for example. Right here, you might think that the background behind Frodo is all the same color and want to get rid of it. Now what you'll notice is when I click on it, it's actually not. It's actually only that small area there. So some students think, oh, I can just kind of click this variety of areas and kind of get rid of everything. Now that is never going to be perfect, because in between those selections, what you're going to find is there are many, 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 many pixels that you didn't quite select. Okay, so if you see here, there's some pixels, there's some pixels. So make sure, there's actually lots over here as well. So just ensure if you are using the magic wand tool that what you are deleting is all the identical and same color. Same thing here with the blueberries that I pointed out earlier as well. So these blueberries, if I try and delete, you'll notice that the shadow still exists, and you can try and get rid of the shadow in pieces, but it's never going to quite work out the way that you think that it does, because you're going to have a whole bunch of stray pixels along the way. Okay, and that is it.